Gentleman's game here. They say that successful people are simply those with successful habits, and this is especially true in the dating world. If you keep some simple habits that most guys don't even bother to take the time to follow, then you'll immediately stand out from most guys. Guys will too often complain about things that they can't change, like their height or their ethnicity. Instead of crying over things you can't change, however, I've always been the type of dude to focus on the things you can change through taking the right actions. So today, we're going to discuss 3 specific habits that, if you implement as a part of your everyday lifestyle, will almost definitely vault you in the upper echelon of attractive guys. Let's jump right into it. Number 1, your outer shell. So picture yourself in the shoes of a girl who's meeting you for the first time. Before she even opens her mouth to say hi, what does she notice about you? Well, it's how you present yourself, of course. The way you carry yourself, both from your body language cues and also from your physical appearance. So, body language is a whole other topic that I could spend 5 videos covering. So, we'll zone in on the physical appearance part. More specifically, I'm talking about fashion and fitness. These are the easiest, most effective ways that any guy can instantly look more attractive if they optimize for it. So let's start with your fashion. Back in the early 2000s, when dating and pickup was still very new and a developing field, you'd have these guys who would talk about the concept of peacocking. Basically, these pickup gurus would dress up with nail polish, wearing a mohawk and 6 different rings on their hands, maybe a cowboy hat. Their theory was that the more you stood out from the other guys, the more you peacocked, and the more girls would give you attention and be willing to meet you. It kind of goes back to the concept that you have to catch her eyes no matter what. You have to get her to notice you. Now, in 2021, I'd say that this is a bit outdated. I mean, I agree that you should dress in a way that stands out in a positive way, but you don't need to take it overboard. You should stand out, but in a cool way, not in an over-the-top, flamboyant way. I suggest going out once in a while and seeing how guys who kind of get it in terms of what's stylish, a slightly edgy way to dress, so that you can peacock, but in a modern way. For example, my friend Terrence has tattoos going down both his arms, and he wears these cool looking earrings along with like a necklace and a chain. Again, nothing over the top, but clearly in style. And whenever we go out, he almost always gets compliments and attention from girls. It's all about finding your style and then making it slightly unique so that you stand out. When it comes to fitness, I honestly think the most optimal body type to attract women is simply being lean. You don't need gigantic muscles or bowling balls for your biceps. You just need to be in reasonably good shape, maybe slightly athletic looking, to where you can look good in a t-shirt without your man titties sticking out of your shirt. Stick to the basics: diet, training, supplementation, and recovery. There's tons of resources on YouTube, and I'm not going to pretend like this is a men's fitness channel, but I promise, if you get your fashion and your fitness down, then your dating life will instantly improve. Number 2, skincare. Sticking to the theme of your outer shell, besides fashion and fitness, like I just mentioned, skincare is just as important if you want as many options as possible in your dating life. Let me tell you a story to illustrate just how important this is. I have 2 friends, one named Adrian and another named Hector. Adrian is lucky enough to have dated a girl who was really into skincare and who got him into adopting a skincare routine for himself, meaning he would use a moisturizer every morning and an eye cream every night. He would use sunscreen on his face whenever stepping out into the sun. He would use an exfoliator like once a week to scrub off dead skin cells from his face. He would even use a clay mask from time to time to reduce his pores. Now Hector, on the other hand, doesn't care to have a skincare routine. In fact, he thinks it's a bit girly. Now keep in mind these two are the same age. And between the two, who would you think is the one who repeatedly gets mistaken for being 5 years younger whenever they go out to the club? The one who gets hit on by girls way more. Adrian, obviously. See, having a skincare routine goes a long way in looking more attractive to women. I've always been one to believe that men tend to peak in their physical attractiveness anywhere from 27 to 37. But that's only true if you actually take care of yourself to stay youthful looking. Trust me, you don't want to be that guy who's 28 but has wrinkles on his face and bags under his eyes to look 35. It'll simply limit your options, especially later on when you're actually 35 but look 45. The earlier you start with skincare, the easier your dating life will be, especially if you want to go for a girl who's maybe a few years younger than you. And now would be a great time to shout out the sponsor of today's video, Tiege Hanley. These guys have honestly helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process straightforward and uncomplicated. Honestly, it's probably the best skincare system out there for guys like you. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Another great part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really make the process of achieving and maintaining good skin amazingly easy. I've been using their products for a little while now, and I'm hooked. It might sound weird, but I look forward to my morning and evening routines because I just feel good. I feel a little more confident after using their products. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including 25% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, you can pause or cancel at any time, and you get free US shipping. If you're outside the US, they offer low-cost shipping to most countries. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you guys a special deal. Just click the first link in the description, and not only will you get Tiege Hanley for the best possible price, but they'll also give you a free gift with your first box. Click that link and get started for just $25 if you're ready to up your skincare game and become a more attractive version of yourself. And lastly, the third and final habit you need to adopt in order to get your dating life to the next level is active listening. See, I notice a lot of the time when I work with students, observing their interactions, that they're not really observing the girl. They're waiting for their turn to talk. This is super common because most guys are not natural around girls. They don't trust themselves to be naturally smooth. And so, they resort to memorizing lines or having to plan out everything they'll say to the girl. And it always ends up looking forced and awkward. For example, if you want to comment on her style, they'll say, "Oh, that's a cool dress. So, where'd you get it?" Again, not being natural, not being present in the moment and actively listening to her. See, you should always be observing her. The little micro expressions on her face, the tone of her voice, how she's positioned towards you. All these things will let you know where you stand with her, and if she's ready for you to move forward with her. So if you do find yourself struggling in this regard, practice your observation skills in general. Go out and make it a point to talk to at least 2 to 3 people. It can be with the cashier, a friendly looking stranger in a bookstore, anything. But when you engage them, focus on them. Be genuinely curious about who they are, what their motivations are. You should be observing how they're feeling towards you and what their vibe is. At first, this definitely takes practice, but after a while, you'll be able to actively listen and observe any person in any situation. And that is a priceless skill that you can apply to dating, friendship, business, anything. So that's it for the video, and today we talked about 3 simple habits that anyone can apply to improve their dating lives, which are number 1, fashion and fitness, number 2, skincare, and number 3, practicing your active listening skills. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as a reminder, check out the link below if you want to check out Tiege Hanley in the description box. Peace.